There. Today, I want to talk about how to make money playing Star Wars Unlimited. I think getting folks to make more money could encourage them to play more cards, and that's ultimately the goal: is to get more people playing this game. And I want to start by the fact that it is possible to make money playing this game. So this is a screenshot from one of my accounts where I've made about $4,700 in the last 90 days. So we're a little after 90 days from set one coming out. So stuff has started to fall off of my account. And this is also only one account. This doesn't include things like cash or Venmo in person for selling cards. So it's definitely something that can be done. Now, I do want to point out that this is not 100% profit, right? So, in total, so far in this game, I've spent about $2,200. I brought in about 5,300 net. So my takeaway at the end of the day is about 2,200. Okay, there are fees from selling cards online and all that sort of stuff. But I think I'll be able to basically get the next set for free, which is pretty amazing. So if you bought cards from me, you probably don't know it, but thank you. It's going to a good purpose, which is to buy more cards. So I think there's three main ways to make money playing the game. The first one is by playing in big cash tournaments. I have not had any success with this method. I haven't tried it very much, but there are big tournaments out there. On the May the 4th weekend, a lot of stores had $1,000 tournaments. And there's some bigger ones out there as well that get up to, $4,000 or $5,000 prize pools. And those aren't for everyone, but if you're on the fence, and maybe it's a 2 or 3 hour drive, I would recommend going to those. And there's two reasons. One is I think you'll get a lot better as a player playing against a really big field. You run into things that you haven't seen before. And the other one is, the more people we can send to events like this, the more the companies that are running them will host them, right? Because it's got to be profitable for them as well. And so it'll just be good for the game, right? To have more people going to this, make more of them. That's awesome. So I'll put a link to a few of the companies I know about that host these types of events in the description. If you know of more of them, feel free to comment on that, and we'll share them and get as many people going to these as we can. They're cool events. They provide cash, unlike Fantasy Flight organized tournaments, right? So far we have only had store showdowns, but I do want to comment, that there's a market for the promos and event exclusives provided by Fantasy Flight. Here are a couple images of, the Mace Windu set selling for $145. There's a playmat from the I think it was the UK Games Expo that the top 16 got, and there's usually a pretty good market for that. So if you can go to tournaments and win some of the top prizes, you can really do quite well. All the folks going to Gen Con are going to get, Grogu promos. And right now, those are selling for around $50 a piece. So, if you like keeping those, absolutely keep them. I am kind of choosy on what I keep. A lot of times I'll sell stuff. And when it gets to, the bigger tournaments, those promos and those top prizes will probably end up going for a lot of money. And then just selling cards is the last way to make money. That's the majority of what I've done is selling promos and selling cards. And to be able to sell cards, you have to get cards, right? And so Where can you get cards? Well, you can get them in drafts, right? So typically when you're drafting, you get 3 packs. You might draft a legendary or a cool hyperfoil that you can sell off. You also typically get more packs if you win drafts or weekly tournaments or shore showdowns, right? So you can sell some of those. I do not want to encourage folks to buy 50 boxes of every single set just to sell cards. uh, I want folks to do this to fund the hobby and to get more people playing the game, not to encourage scalping, right? So I bought almost enough boxes to get a full play set for myself. I have not bought more than that, but I have bought a few collections from players getting out of the game. For whatever reason, they didn't have the time they thought they had, or they weren't super into the game, which is unfortunate. And I want to help spread those cards around to get other players into the game. And even though I don't encourage scalping, I think there is a timing component that is totally fair, right? So I've put out a few videos about what to buy and sell when. And there's some great examples on this slide, right? So a few months ago, Vigilance was an $8 card. I told folks, buy Vigilance right now, right? And don't sell it right now. And I did that myself, right? So I was hanging on to all my Vigilances. And they spiked to about 40 bucks when Control Blue decks started getting really popular. And I sold off, I think, 7 Vigilances that I had just from, trading, getting extras. Some people didn't want Vigilance. And so I was trading other legendaries for Vigilance, assuming that Vigilance was going to go up. And so I did really, really well on Vigilance. Darth Vader was another one, right? So I sold, I think, 5 Darth Vaders at the peak when he was about $100. Right now, he's about 60. This is the hyper foil and foil version of the prices that I'm showing you. And the market will do the same thing with showcases, right? When showcases first came out, the prices were what they were, and they've changed quite a bit since then. Most of them have gone up, but some of them have gone up quite a bit more than others, right? So if you can figure out, hey, there's a card that is going to go up in value, I would hold on to it. If there's a card that's going to go down in value, I would get rid of it now. I'll give you one more example if you've made it this far. I currently am still hanging on to all my Lukes and all my commands from set 1. I have quite a few extras of those. And, if I'm at a local tournament and a friend wants one, I will sell them at the current market rate. I've done that for a few friends, right? They're still in my binder. So I'm happy to help folks out, but I'm not going to sell them online to someone random when I think they're going to go up quite a bit, right? Cunning and Vigilance have seen that giant bump. I think the Luke decks are going to get way stronger in set 2, and everybody's going to be looking for Lukes. And I'm not quite sure that Command is going to go way up in value in set 2, but I think its time will come where it will be beyond a $20 card. So there you have it. Go to tournaments, win as much as you can, and time the market right when you're selling cards. And I'll try to help with that when I put out my videos about what to buy and what to sell. I do have one more announcement just for the end of this video. I think there's a decent amount of folks who find my pack opening videos, I'll call it annoying, right? Because I've been putting out one a day. So starting today, I'm going to publish those on a separate channel called Space Bear Unlimited Shorts. So if you like seeing pack openings, go check that out. And this channel will be focused way more on deck building and strategy and stuff like that. Take care.